So here I am, taking a break from cleaning this room. Thought I'd look at Facebook, right? I go to Facebook, and Les Anderson has posted what he did today. I know it's cold up there in Pennsylvania today. Today is the 12th day of November 2017. I know it's cold up there. And he had done his Christmas decorations yesterday. And today he made a big old pot of chili, and you can see the big old kidney beans in it, and the white beans, and the tomatoes, and oh, it just looks so good. And I said, you got some cornbread to go with that? And he says, well, we was just talking about that. I said, well, you can have cornbread in about 30 minutes. And then I started getting craving some cornbread and some chili. So PawPaw's got to make some. I'll be right back. Well, I got to tell you, I'm going to cheat on my chili. I'm not going to cheat on my cornbread, but I got to cheat on my chili because I don't have all the different beans and spices and all that kind of stuff to make it with. So, what I'm going to use, I'm cheating. I know I'm cheating. I'm not a purist today, but it's going to be good to eat. So I've got 4 cans of chili with beans from the Dollar Tree that I bought for 90 cents a can because they had the 10% off. And that's why sometimes you'll see like a dozen bottles of laundry detergent or whatever. When Dollar Tree had their 10% off sale, I said, well, I spend money there anyway. I'm not getting any interest on my money in the bank. So if I buy something that I'm going to normally buy for 10% less, I just made 10% interest on my money is the way I look at it. So anyway, here what I'm using is 4 cans of the chili with beans. And I'm also using a big can. This is 28 ounces of diced tomatoes. And I said, well, can chili have mushrooms in it? I don't know. But I'm gonna put mushrooms in mine. Y'all have to let me know. Do y'all use mushrooms in your chili? I'm gonna put a jar of mushrooms in it. And I'm gonna use a pound of ground turkey. Okay? And I got this for, I think it was $1 a pound at the commissary. Or 90 something cents. I don't remember. It was dirt cheap. Because I got a freezer full of it. Anyway, so it's going to be a pound of ground turkey, a jar of mushrooms, a big can of diced tomatoes, and 4 cans of chili. And if I decide to add anything else to it because it doesn't look this way or that way or whatever, I will. But I've got the oven preheating, so we can make the cornbread too. So we'll be back in a little bit. I almost forgot. Onions. I'm going to add all 3 of these onions into that chili. I bet that'd be good. I mean, if you're gonna fart, might as well have some odor. Well, now I know y'all have already seen me make cornbread, but I'm gonna make it real quick anyway because it's so easy. It's so easy, and I don't want y'all to be scared of making cornbread. I'm gonna turn this camera down here where you can see what's going on. And I believe that's good enough for y'all to look at. Now, this is optional, but I put 2 eggs in mine. I make mine really easy. There ain't nothing to it. I put a couple eggs in there just to help hold it all together. Because I don't use milk, because between me and Nana, a gallon of milk wouldn't last in this house. It'd go bad before we can use it all. I use a little bit of oil. Most recipes will call for about a 1/4 cup of oil. I've made this so many times, I don't even measure anymore. Right now in the oven, I've got my cast iron skillet, and it has preheated in the oven with oil in it, a little bit of oil, not a whole lot of oil. But all I'm doing is I'm just beating these eggs up right quick. Now I'm going to add me some cornmeal. You can look on my other videos for how much and all that, but I put about that much. That looks good. Because the thing about it is, if it's too dry, I can add more water. And if it's too wet, I can add more cornmeal. It ain't no big deal. So what I do is I try to get this all mixed in before I put my water in it. Or maybe in your case, milk. But that's all I do is stir it all up till it all looks kind of even, you know. Because we don't want any dry patches of cornmeal in there. Just want it to all look like a bunch of crumbles. Okay. And now then I'm going to add some water to it. Because it's got to be watery enough to run. Watery enough to pour into the skillet. You want it to be about like a pancake batter. Okay, if y'all know how to make pancakes, just a, you know, a little bit runny batter. Not super runny, but you want it to pour nicely. And I bake mine at 350 degrees for about 28 minutes. Everybody's oven will vary. You may find that you need to cook it a little longer. You may find that it gets a little bit too dark for you at 28 minutes. Just adjust your time the next time. Anyway, there's a good runny batter. You can see that. I'm sorry, Blind Mama, you can't see that, but it's roughly, if you was going to measure it, go with a quarter cup of oil, a cup of cornmeal, and a cup of water, 2 eggs. That'll get you started. Now, that cornbread mix, that batter is done. That's all you have to have. But I like a little cheese in mine. So I'm going to put me about a handful of shredded, sharp cheddar cheese. I just love it. I love the way it turns out. And that's sort of going to help take place that milk I didn't put in there, right? Okay, so you see what I got here. Now, that's even stiffened it up a little bit. I'm gonna add a smidge of water to that. I don't have to, but I'm going to. Just so it'll pour a little easier into the pan. Because this is gonna sizzle when it hits that pan, that hot 350 degree cast iron skillet that's got oil in it. Not a lot of oil, just enough to make this sizzle when it hits. But that's it, folks. All right. I'm going to go pour this in the skillet. Y'all ain't got to see that. You've seen it done before. We'll be back with the finished product. Well, all right. Here's our cornbread in the skillet. I baked it for exactly 28 minutes. And look at that come right out of that skillet like that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Get you a cast iron skillet. You can't cook. You can't do any decent cooking unless you got you a cast iron skillet. I'll be right back with the chili. All right. Well, gotta break me off a piece of this cornbread. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love this cornbread. Good. I love it so much. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Oh. So, there's PawPaw's chili. I realize I cheated. But boy, it's good. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye. Good stuff. You want some cornbread? There you go. Mm-hmm. There you go. Cornbread's good. Oh, yeah. Want some more? Here you go. Here you go, Sadie. Here you go. One more, Sadie. And one more. There you go.